Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, as you know, a lot of YouTubers have been talking about this already. Ripple says XRP product will go live in the next month or so. Amazing news. I'm not going to touch on this too much because I believe that there are a lot of YouTubers that are already talking about this. The hype is beginning, guys. This is part of what we've been waiting for. And once this comes to fruition, we're going to see amazing things. But what I did want to talk about today was more along the lines of the comments I've been getting in some of my videos. Pretty negative comments. Nevertheless, I feel like some people just don't get it. You know, there are some people who watch my videos who talk about the fact that, well, banks will never use the XRP token. The banks will never use the token. They will use Xcurrent, but they have no reason to use XRP. And guys, I want to dispel this myth once and for all. The banks will have to use the token. And yes, currently, some banks might not be using the XRP token, i.e. in products such as Xcurrent, but what you have to understand is what Ripple is doing and why banks will have to use the XRP token, right? On the surface, it looks like, well, they don't have to use it. And I get so many comments like that, and these people are so ill-informed, it's mind-blowing. Nevertheless, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm here to educate you. So guys, there's a video here from Bank XRP. He publishes some great videos on his YouTube channel regarding anything Ripple related. This one in particular was from back in February 2018. It was an interview with Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, at the Yahoo Finance Market Summit. And I'm not going to play the video, but at the 8-minute and 56-second mark, Brad Garlinghouse states that there is a plus $20 trillion problem in the banking industry. And we've heard this number thrown around, and we know Ripple's trying to solve this mysterious $20 trillion that there's a problem with. And I know some people may have maybe misinterpreted this 20 million as, well, that's the amount that the banks, that flow through the banks, and so Ripple's going to help that amount flow through the banks. Well, it's partially correct. Susie Crew also does a video in her famous $334 per XRP token prediction video. She does mention that it is actually more like a $24,000 trillion problem with the banks. Brad Garlinghouse just states that it's a plus $20 trillion problem. But what is this number? What is the 20 trillion? Well, guys, that's dormant capital. Dormant capital that banks are tying up right now. What banks do is they use their money to make more money. They use your money. So when they put your money in a bank account, it gains 1% or whatever it gets, or maybe a little bit more right now. Over the last few years, the interest rates haven't been that great, but the banks make money on your money. So what's this $20 trillion problem? Well, the $20 trillion problem is the fact that they have to keep $20 trillion plus dormant in Nostro and Vostro accounts in order to settle transactions, cross-border transactions. And so Ripple is here to solve that problem. And guys, the digital asset investor just did a video recently, and to be honest, this is the video that actually kind of spurred me off to do this video, because I don't think a lot of people understand why banks would use the XRP token. Well, it was partially this video and a lot to do with the comments that I get on my site. And this is the video where the digital asset investor talks about the Royal Bank of Canada. He released it recently within the last week or so, and how financial institutions can save up to 46% per payment. Now, I'll link all the videos in the description, so if you guys want to watch those, by all means, I think that there's some great information there. So guys, why will the banks use XRapid as opposed to Xcurrent, for example? Why will they have to use the XRP token? Here's why. Because XRP settles instantly. When you convert from fiat to XRP to fiat, you settle instantly. Currently, right now, they're using Xcurrent, and there is still no instant settlement. They still have to pre-fund accounts. They are still tying up their $20 trillion plus in bank accounts all over the world so their clients can make transactions cross-border. And guys, when money is tied up, banks cannot make money off that money. And I just did a little example here, right? Dormant capital, right? We're seeing a $20 trillion plus problem. And now if you had $20 trillion and you put it in a regular checking account, guys, and you were only collecting 1% interest. Now, we know banks strive for more than 1%. 1% is only the amount of interest that they give you because they're so happy for your business that here's a little bonus, 1%. But you know that they're using your money and they're making way more on that. So what is 1% of the $20 trillion capital that's in dormant accounts? Well, guys, that is $200 billion just in interest alone. So you got to think to yourself, is it in the bank's best interest to use XRP to free up this money, to use this plus $20 trillion to make more money off that money? I think it is. I think it's a no-brainer. Why would anybody do anything different? It just doesn't make any sense. So for all those people who say, yeah, but banks won't use the XRP token, they don't have to. Guys, Essentially, they have to, because if their competition is using the XRP token to make transfers and they're freeing up their dormant capital and they're using that dormant capital to make more money for themselves, that gives that company leverage. They could pass on savings to their clients. They could charge their clients half the fees that the competition is using. And so there we go. Now we're in a competitive market. So everybody's going to have to fall in line, right? And this goes back to the whole domino effect. When your competition has a leg up on you, you have to follow suit. So guys, why are banks going to use the XRP token? Because they're going to have to. Anyways, what do you guys think? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.